What's up, you guys? Before we get started, I need to know if you guys can hear me. When I have the screen set up like this, can you guys hear me? So put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly. All right, you guys, great. So you can hear me. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel and you have your notifications on, then you should have seen earlier today, I posted a video where Wendy Williams was responding to her brother who has been talking about her on his YouTube channel. He's been talking about how she didn't attend the funeral of their mother who passed away recently. So if you missed that video, go ahead and check that out. There's a link to it, of course, on my channel, and then also on my blog, on this article, there's a link to that video. But after Wendy made that video, Tommy actually made a response video. Her brother Tommy made a response video and addressed what she said in her video. So let's get into that. So Tommy, he made a video in his car. Like, his channel is like a really relaxed channel. It's not like a professionally edited channel. Most of his videos are like live streams. So he made a video in his car and he asked Wendy in the video, he was like, why didn't you go to the funeral? Why couldn't you call daddy and let him know why? So in the video, he's saying that he's speaking on behalf of his father. And he said, I was there when you came in that night on the dawning of the wake, like the night before the wake. And he said, you told daddy that you had to race back to New York to handle your business and you were only going to be in town for the viewing. And he said, he didn't even know, your father didn't even know that you were in town for the funeral and you're out eating lunch with your ex and your son. So basically, he's exposing Wendy Williams for lying to her father. And he's saying that she lied to her father and said she had to go back to New York. And so that she wouldn't be at the funeral, but she actually still was in town. And on that day, she had lunch with her son and her ex-husband. And he goes on to say, this is the part that gets me. He goes on to say, he says, we have a small family fragmented because of this, because I put my foot all the way in it and I'm going to keep it and I'm going to twist it. So he's basically saying he has his foot on Wendy Williams' neck and he's going to keep it there and he's going to twist it. So I want to know, you guys, that's why I wanted to come live and get your comments. And I wanted to know, does it sound like, because to me, it kind of sounds like he's bullying his sister, like he's using social media to bully his sister into responding to him and his father. And I wanted to get your comments and see what you guys think about that. Now, in his video, he also said, why did you have to lie to daddy and tell him you were going to be back in New York and instead you were here? And he said, there's an emptiness because of you, because of your selfishness. And then the main thing he says, the main thing that I'm asking you, Wendy, is please tell daddy why you didn't attend the funeral and take responsibility for what you've done, the pain you're causing, and pick up the phone when he calls. I love you and I'll always be here for you. So I wanted to get into your comments. Do you think he is bullying his sister? That's the first question. Do you think he's bullying his sister? Do you think he's using social media, using his social media platform because he knows media will pick it up? Is he trying to bully his sister into responding to him and their father? And what do you think about him exposing this family business on social media in the first place? Jennifer said, yes, he is. There's also a link. I put a link in the chat if you want to join, if you want to call in. AJ said maybe they're both playing us. I have been seeing people say that because her movie is coming out soon. I have been seeing people saying that maybe it's some type of PR stunt, but I don't know. I don't know. Riri said he's using social media for clout. All of his videos are about Wendy. I mean, in the titles, if you watch the videos, he's not talking about Wendy as much as you would think by the titles. It's like he's using Wendy for clickbait, but in his videos are just kind of like vlogs. Jackie said, I don't think they're playing. I don't know. Part of me, the major part of me, like 90% of me says that this is real, that they're not playing. Widow's Peak said, I think there's a lot we don't know and the family is fed up. Another person, Monica, said he's doing this for attention. Now, I want to get into this. Kev said everyone can't handle funerals. And that's kind of like how I am. And I've spoken to my mother. My mother doesn't even want a funeral. And she knows, you know, if she has one, I probably won't attend because I've taken a vow not to attend funerals because it's too much for me. But I think the issue is, well, he's saying the issue is that she didn't come to the funeral and then she lied about her location on the day of the funeral. She said that she had to get back to New York, but she was actually still in town. SD Elizabeth said, I think he's holding her accountable since it's in regards to his mother. Hey, Angelina. Angelina said, I don't think he's bullying his sister, but I think he's using social media to gain attention, which he did an excellent job. I mean, that is true. He is getting attention. But I personally feel like it's too much. Like, I feel like he's trying to use the attention to get Wendy to do what he wants her to do, which is call their dad, which, yes, you should call your father. But at the same time, you know, nobody should bully you into doing that. That's my opinion. Call me later, say he's just giving her a taste of her own medicine. She hasn't said why she didn't go to the funeral. The introvert said, why didn't she go to the funeral though? I can only assume that she didn't want to go to the funeral. Not everybody can do funerals. Baby said, I disagree. I don't think he's bullying her because I've seen past interview where he's defended Wendy's honor. I think he's hurting about her not going to the service. Yeah, he's definitely hurt. Cherry Palmer said the same thing. He's definitely hurt. Widow's Peak said, no, he's a heartbroken man who is tired of his sister's shenanigans. Justin said, what if she really couldn't bear to be at the funeral for the final goodbye? You know, she's had a rough few years mentally. I think he needs to leave her alone. That's what I think it is. I feel like she couldn't bear to go to the funeral. I think she is just one of those people that couldn't bear to see her mother like that. That's my personal opinion. But, you know, we can only give our opinions because she hasn't explained why. She hasn't explained why. I was looking for a comment. Somebody asked about her. You know, Wendy had said, you know, do you like this dress? My brother would like this dress. And the way she said it was if she was implying something about his sexuality or his gender identity. Like, that's the way she said it. And she said it in like a shady way. I was looking for that comment when somebody asked about that. Old School Aqua said maybe she didn't want to risk her health. I mean, that could be the case. That could be the case. She definitely humiliated her brother. Candace Dixon said Wendy is wrong. She didn't need to humiliate her brother on TV. I guess we can kind of close out with that. Wendy was wrong for doing that, for saying her brother would like this dress in a way, you know, that kind of exposed something that maybe he didn't want exposed. And then him, in my opinion, him going on social media, I understand he's hurting. But in my opinion, I still kind of feel like the fact that he said, I'm going to put my foot on her and I'm going to twist it. I'm going to leave it there and twist it. That's what kind of makes me feel like he's trying to force her. You know what I mean? That's what makes me think that. All right, you guys. So thanks for joining in with your comments. I kind of wanted to see, you know, if you guys saw it as bullying on his end or even on her end with the comment she made about her, with the comment she made about him. I wanted to see what you guys thought. So I appreciate you joining in. As far as this video, when I post this to YouTube, I'll put a link right under it. But if you go to my channel, if you go to my community tab on my channel, there is a link to the video as well. So you can see it in both places. All right, you guys. So thanks for watching, and y'all have a good night.